It's not working. I know. Do you walk it out? Hi.
Why, hello there. I'm Evangeline Foster.
Oh, I should probably go back up.
Your biscuit. Why, hello there. I'm Evangeline Foster.
And I'm sorry.
Night News. Now it's time for our Night Sway people.
The following people have been selected for representing one of our core values. Those being...
Wait, Addie, does this sound good? Okay. We're representing our... show kindness.
Walk humbly.
Pursue excellence.
Love God.
And seek truth.
In 8th grade, stay put. You'll be pulled to spin the wheel later.
Yeah.
For 5th grade, we have Dylan Folk. Walk humbly.
And Caroline Saunders. Pursue excellence.
Next, for 6th grade, we have Jackson Zell. Walk humbly. We have Jericho Tall. And
Now it's time for our Night Sway people.
the following people have been selected for representing one of our core values. Those being...
Show kindness.
Walk humbly.
Pursue excellence.
Love God.
And seek truth.
In 8th grade, stay put. You'll be pulled to spin the wheel later.
Yeah.
For 5th grade, we have Dylan Folk. Walk humbly.
And Caroline Saunders. Pursue excellence.
Next, for 6th grade, we have Jackson Zell. Walk humbly.
And Claire Paulson. Seek truth.
For 7th grade, we have Jericho Tall. Walk humbly.
And Piper Satema. Pursue excellence.
Finally, for 8th grade, we have Mason Sklar. Walk humbly.
And Kinsley Allen. Love God. Congrats to everyone who got into Night Sway. Only 5th through 7th grade should come outside the Innovation Room to spin that wheel.
Congratulations to the winner of the Super Quiz Bowl, Max Padula.
Anyways, it's time for the announcements.
First, we have sports.
Yes, there are a bunch of sports, which I'm glad I'm not taking part in.
You can't just say that there are people who like sports.
Let's say it out loud.
Also, we have Kingdom Impact Day,
which will be held on March 11th, on a Friday, I think.
Also, taking place on March 11th.
Dude, how many things do we have on March 11th?
Just wait and see.
Anyways, we have Pilar's Run. Remember to sign up today before your chance is lost.
The shirts are $20, and all funds will go to Congregations for Kids. Forgot to mention, Cinderella is coming up.
Get your tickets now and fast.
Dodgeball and Devotions are back.
And so are Supergirls.
Eighth graders, get ready for your trip to Washington, D.C.
It's getting sooner and sooner. And it's from May 4th to May 8th.
Clothes to Confidence.
That's right. Now you can donate your clothes for 10 Kingdom points per person. Clothing. Imagine getting 1,000 Kingdom points from that.
The clothes must not be new and must have minimal stains if there are any. Well, thanks for joining us on MidKnight News.
Now, let's cut to the wheel spinning. Please also stay on for an explanation on how to register for classes.
He was in the broadcasting room. Okay, so we're super excited to have our 5th through 7th graders here to spin the wheel. Question from the group, though. What is your favorite prize on the wheel? What are we spinning for today? What would you pick? Class prizes, advisory treats, is that it? Because your whole advisory is there rooting for you? All right. Well, Caroline, come on up. You're going to be our first contestant on the, we still haven't named this, Wheel of Fortune. Everybody claps in the background. All right, let's go. You get additional kingdom points. Great work, gal. Wait, which is your kingdom?
Saints.
The Saints. Oh, great for the Saints. All right, come on, Dylan. Are you going for the class treats? Ooh, you get Campus Cup. All right, head right over to the window. You're going to go ahead and get your reward now. All right, let's go. Give it a spin clear. Oh, I love that. You get an extra hang with Snickers. What's the best thing about Snickers?
Cute.
He is cute. You know, my favorite thing is his tongue. All right, come on over. I'm going to try to, Jackson, get this up here. All right, Jackson. You going for class treats too? You get another hang with Snickers. How are we going to divide the time? Oh, what? That's when you're like, yes, Miss Morgan. All right, Jericho, come on up. Oh, no, wait. Hold up. Are you really allergic to dogs? Okay, Jericho, yes. Listen, I'm not going to put a kid through that. That would not be good. Okay, you also get additional kingdom points for the Saints are racking up. All right, Jericho. You going for class treats? Campus Cup. Awesome. Go right over to the window. Ryan's got you. All right, Piper. Last but not least, dear, let's see what you get. Oh, you also get Campus Cup. Head on over to the window. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time for Wheel of, I guess it is, Fortune.
We're going to talk about elective registration. I know that's exciting, great things coming forward. All right, we're going to just do a quick review of things that you should already know. Okay, so these are your class opportunities for next year. So I've got my 5th grade, my 6th grade, and my 7th graders watching. Okay, so these are classes you're already taking. You're going to be in language arts classes. Going to be in your math classes, so these are ones that you will possibly be in next year. these are your science classes. And your social studies classes. And then we're going to look at the next slide, which is going to give you all of your core classes in one slide. Okay, so 4 core classes that you are taking all together. Okay, language arts, math, science, and social studies. So you do not have to sign up for these. These are your required class opportunities. All right, moving forward, these are the next classes that you will also be required to take. You will be taking French, Latin, or Spanish. So those are your next classes for world language. Then, of course, you will have Bible, and then life fitness. And then those are your required class opportunities that are next. Okay? World language, Bible, and life fitness.
All right, now to talk through your electives. Okay, we're going to divide them up into their 3 categories. We're going to look at fine arts opportunities first. Okay, so can we flip back to 6th grade? All right, so looking at 6th grade first, I'm going to divide them up into each of the grade levels. So as a rising 6th grader, so talking to my 5th graders first, these are the fine arts classes that you can choose from when your elective form comes out. You have Act 2, which is an audition class, then art, band, choir, creative media, orchestra, and theater. So those are brand new things for you to think about. You've had a little taste of those this year, so you can start thinking about the things that you may want to focus on for next year. 7th and 8th grade. Here are your elective choices. You're already familiar with these. I'm not going to read them out, but I do want to point out a couple of things as we're looking at the screen. If the class has a asterisk beside of it, it is a semester-long class, okay? If it's in white, it's a year-long class, so you're taking it all year. If it has a plus beside of it, you may only take that class one time. So if you take it in the 7th grade, you can't take it again in the 8th grade. All right, so looking through that, there's a couple of new offerings. So as you see on that screen, there's a class called Stagecraft. That's a new offering that's coming up. So at the end of the broadcast today, the curriculum guide will be available on your Canvas page. So I hope you'll go out and look at some of these new offerings to be able to decide what exciting things you're going to be able to take. All right, moving to innovation. Grades 6 and 7, 8 are on the same screen. So again, you have exciting things like coding and creative media and design lab and robo nights. As you look through those, the same thing applies. If it's a asterisk, it's a semester-long class. If it's a plus sign, you may only take it one time. So make sure as you're looking through that, some things have been renamed, some things have been redesigned. So make sure you pay attention and read through the curriculum guide when you have access to that today. Personal skills opportunities. All right, so more new classes and redesigns. Okay, we have for 7th and 8th grade, things like a multicultural studies class that has been added. The other 2 on there have just been renamed. So kind of think through things that you might be interested in and things that you want to do. I'm so excited about you being able to sign up for your electives and for you to be able to get a wide range of things that meet your interests and things that you can look forward to taking. All right, so you've got your 3 categories. So think about that: fine arts, innovation, and personal skills. Let's look at how it's going to work at the next puzzle pieces. All right, so remember you have combinations of semester or year-long courses. One has to be fulfilled by a fine arts elective. All right, here's one example of a combination. You could take 2 year-long classes, which means if I chose band and I chose choir, One's on A day and one's on B day. They're year-long classes. I've met my requirement for my electives for the year. That's one combination. Second combination would be I would have a year-long class on A day, and then on B day I could have 2 semester-long classes, so one in the fall semester and one in the spring semester. So in that combination, you get 3 choices for your electives. Combination 3 gives me 4 choices. So now I've been able to get a semester-long class in the fall on A day and a semester-long class on B day, and then in the spring I get the repeat of that, but I get 4 different choices. So as you've looked at the puzzle pieces, you can get as few as 2 electives or as many as 4 electives as you think through what you want to do and what you want to choose as you start looking at those electives in the curriculum guide today. All right, this is what your form is going to look like. It's going to go out on Friday to your parents, and it's going to have all of the information that we've talked about today in this presentation. So it's going to tell you what's year-long, what is semester-long. It's going to give you due dates. It's going to tell you how to make your selections. So everything will be in those forms when you get it on Friday. And if you have questions, who are you going to come see? You're going to come see me, or you're going to have your parents email me to ask me any questions so that you make sure you get what you want to when you're signing up for your electives. All right, here's some important notes. So remember, one of your choices has to be a fine arts elective. So make sure you make that one of your top choices. Okay, remember it's not a first come, first served process. In the event that one of the classes has too many requests, we'll simply do a random lottery to be able to choose who's going to be in the class. And final determination of the courses and any student placement will be made based on interest of the class, capacity, who we have to teach it, and the scheduling that goes into it. So a lot of variables, I'll use a math term, goes into determining the final placement and final seating of what goes into that class. All right, here's your timeline. Okay, so what's happening today? Today on your Canvas page, Mrs. Wilson has already created a button for you that's going to have today's presentation in it and the curriculum guide so that you can go back and look at anything that we've talked about today, and you can read all of the descriptions of the classes that have been renamed or the new classes that are in there for your electives. On Friday, an email with links in it are going home to your parents that will include the curriculum guide and the registration forms. So that will go home Friday to your parents. Then you have 2 weeks. So then Friday before you leave for spring break, your registration form is due. So there's no rush. You've got 2 weeks to fill it out, but don't forget it. Okay? So again, today the presentation and the curriculum guide will be available on your Canvas page. Friday, the email is going home to your parents, and then in 2 weeks, on March 13th, that Friday, your registration form is due. And if you have questions, feel free to stop by and see me. All right, thanks so much for listening. I appreciate your time. Have a great Wednesday.